What's up, family? Welcome to yet another episode of the Sistas Sauvignon podcast. I am your host, Extremely Sin.
Hi, everybody. I'm Tiara.
And as you can see, we are one sister short today. Unfortunately, Mel could not make it. We miss you.
You're here in spirit.
Reunited.
And it feels so good.
Hey. Well, first off, if you are watching us on our YouTube channel, please remember to comment, subscribe, rate, do all that good stuff. And then if you're watching us on all those wonderful podcast platforms, make sure you subscribe to us so that you can get all of our future, past, present episodes. Tell your mama about us, tell your friends about us, tell your uncles and your aunties and all of them. Let them know how bomb we are.
All right, don't miss out.
Don't miss
talking
out.
About some good stuff.
What's up, girl?
We got all the tea. We spilling all the tea.
We spilling tea?
We've been spilling tea the last couple weeks.
We really have. It's been kind of weird. I don't know.
I like it.
What else is new? What's going on? It's so much going on right now. Like, I don't even know what to talk about.
Man, bombings. And then,
I saw that today.
Yeah,
Where was that?
Lebanon, I believe.
Yes. Did they figure out what it was?
I don't think so, but it like that bomb rippled through whatever
said
it
it
was.
Killed quite a few people, wounded quite a few people.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you, because so much bad stuff keeps going on in the world. I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. I'm afraid that that's what's happening, that I'm really becoming immune to it. So I saw it and I was like, I just don't want to read another story about somebody dying, or like, that's what the whole thing with the COVID. Like, I don't look at the stories no more. Yeah. I know that sounds horrible, but
and that is sad that we're at that point, and then looking at issues with police brutality and seeing that stuff, and you become numb to it because it becomes normal.
Speaking of police brutality, I did want to bring up how awesome it is that Breonna Taylor is going to be on I think it's the September issue of the O magazine, and no one has ever been on the cover
in 20 years
except for Oprah.
Yes.
And she put Breonna Taylor on there because she wanted to make sure that we still understood, hey, this is still out here. This is still happening. We have to recognize what's happening right now. And so it is a great day to arrest the killers of Breonna Taylor.
And the fact that Oprah put her on the cover, like you said, she is the only person that's been on the cover for 20 years.
20 years.
And Oprah decided to use her platform to expose racial injustice.
I am going to say their names because they definitely need to be recognized. People need to hear that these men have not been held accountable for what happened. So let's see. Brett Hankinson, and I might be mispronouncing that, he was dismissed from the Louisville Metro Department. Nothing else has happened. The other two, which are Miles Cosgrove and Jonathan Mattingly, are just on administrative leave. And it's funny because we talked about this, what was that, like a couple of weeks ago when we did our Black Lives Matter episode, and you mentioned a lot of the times when this happens, they just get to go on vacation.
Yeah, administrative leave with pay.
With pay.
At the same time, it's no real consequences to their actions.
I don't care about the backlash that they're getting. They need to be held accountable for what they have done. Mm-hmm. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah, and shout out to Oprah for putting her on the magazine.
Huge shout out to Oprah.
And I know people been criticizing her too.
Why?
Because they feel like she is doing it to get brownie points in the black community, and she's trying to make her way back in with the black community. She's been canceled. So, okay, now you want to put Breonna Taylor on the cover. But I think that we need to look at it as a way of exposing racial injustice.
Sometimes I just think we cut off our nose to spite our faces. Like, come on.
As a culture, we find negativity in a lot of stuff that we shouldn't.
Everything. One of the biggest platforms that we have in the African American community is Oprah.
Yep.
So why would we not be proud?
Because they canceled her a while ago, her and Gail. But hey, any publicity on this issue, we will take it because we need justice for Breonna Taylor.
Absolutely. I get so upset about that. Like, I just got so emotional. Let's move on to something a little bit lighter. Second thing we do want to do today is we want to give a huge, major shout out to one of the friends of our show. So we have a very, very good friend who currently has a lipstick line, and we are both actually wearing her lipsticks. If you guys can see, I'm wearing, I think this is Seduction. This is Seduction. This is seduction. I'm wearing seduction.
And this is fantasy.
And fantasy. So shout out to Onyx by K. That is what she is on Instagram. Does she have a Facebook page?
I don't know.
Okay, well, she's definitely Onyx by K on Instagram. Her lipsticks are everything. I have taken shots. I've drinking glasses of wine. I have eaten it, and I've not reapplied it. I'm still looking like this. So shout out to K and teeth. Onyx by K. It does not.
Nope.
It's very, very light. It doesn't feel, it's matte, but it doesn't feel like that dry matte that's going to crack. So we just wanted to give some love to my love.
And we the love shades you, K. Are beautiful.
Gorgeous. And she's always having sales, so look her up.
Thanks, Kay.
Thank you, Mama. What's next up? Meg the Stallion and Tory Lanez.
Oh my God, what a mess.
So did you see, allegedly, as of yesterday, that they deported him back to Canada?
I didn't see that, but first of all, I didn't even know he was from Canada.
Yes, he's from Canada.
So he's no longer able to come to the United States.
Again, I said this is allegedly. I don't know for sure. I literally saw this, I think, on the Jasmine brand when I was scrolling through Instagram, and I was trying to, get, information on what had happened. And, it's funny because the shooting was 2 weeks ago, maybe. And no one has really just come out and said it was Tory
Lanez because
that shot Meg.
In the black community, is no snitching. And I called myself doing some investigation.
Oh, girl, what you come up with?
I went to his page because I wanted to see when was the last time they actually posted on Instagram. It was July the 10th. And when
was it that long ago?
Yes. And he had over 33,000 comments under his last post, and they got in him so bad. But
they should have.
Yes,
they should have.
One of the comments I read said, okay, you're supposed to be about Black Lives Matter, but then you go and shoot one about black queens.
You know what's funny? He was actually on Instagram Live probably a couple of weeks before the shooting, arguing with some Love and Hip Hop Atlanta reality star or whatever, and he was calling her black queen, and I just want you to understand the black community, and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm sitting there like, but
you allegedly take out a gun and you put holes in this black queen.
Feet!
In her feet.
Both feet.
How dare him?
How could he? Like, how did you? Like, I have
Lanez,
so many questions.
If you did this to Meg the Stallion, you are canceled for 2020 along with R. Kelly. What's that boy name? Jussie Smollett. He got canceled last year, I think.
At this point, it's all running together.
It's all running together.
But here's my question. I have been pondering this and pondering this and pondering this. So allegedly, they were in a car, right? And going to a party at Kylie Jenner's house. So my first question is, Tory, why did you have a gun going to Kylie Jenner's house?
Gotta stay strapped.
In Kylie Jenner's house?
Gotta stay strapped.
Okay, so that was my first question. Second question is, again, allegedly, they had been dating for a little bit.
Now that I didn't know.
I said allegedly. I said allegedly. And I actually heard that on another podcast, and I can't remember what it was, but it was another podcast that I heard that on, and they mentioned that that's where I got the story from, was that they had been dating, which kind of makes sense. I mean,
that does not make sense to me. She's a stallion and he's a elf.
He's a smurf.
A smurf. I'm sorry, Tory Lanez, if you watched it. I didn't mean it.
I don't know what to say to that. I didn't know how to respond to that. No, but so allegedly they had been dating, which it makes sense that they possibly were dating because they were together so much. Yeah. That's what I mean. Like every other live, she was on his live. He was on her live, like it was, so I actually had questions before that even came out. Like, why y'all spending so much time together? Like, in quarantine is when you get your bae. Yeah. That's when you get your boo, because you got to be with that person quite a bit. Right. So they had pool parties and they chuckling it up. But anyway, so they go to this party at Kylie Jenner's house, and allegedly, I'm probably gonna say that like 25 times. I want to make sure everybody knows we are protecting the brand. Yes. Allegedly, that's what we heard. The streets is talking. Allegedly, Tory Lanez was maybe flirting with Kylie or something. And Meg caught that.
Oh.
And like you said, Meg is a stallion.
Yes.
Meg ain't no.
That's a big girl.
That's a big girl. And you know, Tory, and that was the other big thing on the police report.
What?
Poor little Tory. Literally, poor little Tory. So that was another big thing on the police report, was that it said that Tory Lanez is only like 5'5" and 120 pounds.
He's shorter than that.
I didn't even realize he was that short.
So he 120 pounds?
That's what the police report said.
Ooh, he little.
Right. And Meg is literally a stallion. So you just did a whole punk ass move.
Why are you messing with that little boy?
She said, so that was the other thing. So, you know, she finally got, you know, gone through some whatever recovery that she had to go through. And she finally decided to get out and say something because, one, social media was like taking the story and just running with it. Just,
right. This
happened. That's all we have to keep saying allegedly, because nobody really knows. Hell, even the cops aren't saying because a suspect.
The people in the car haven't disclosed what the truth is.
Okay, look. Let me let you know something right now. If you shoot me anywhere, if you even push me a little too hard, I'm telling.
Syneca has always been that way. Yes. She's going to snitch.
Don't call it snitching.
She's going to snitch. She already said that.
I follow all safety guidelines.
If you shoot her, push her.
Yo, if you shoot me, I'm definitely
she's not
snitching.
a ride or die if you are harming her.
If you
and I don't blame her.
Bro, if you shoot me, I'm telling. I'm giving your weight, your height, your blood type, what kind of car you drive, your license plate number, your driver's license number. They gonna know what they need to do. That's ridiculous.
And you know
I think it's ridiculous.
I think she should. At this point, this man tried to harm you.
And
like,
she
what if he would
that.
have shot? Like, what if that would have destroyed your career? What if he would have shot you in a muscle that would have affected your entire life?
Hello, and that's another thing. Paralyzed. She said, you know, that she pointed out during her live that he did not. Well, not he, but that the bullet, thankfully, did not hit, you know, any tendons or muscles or anything like that. But here's the thing. Again, I'm going back to what I was trying to say earlier. You're sitting in the car with someone and you get so mad at them that you pow pow shoot them in the foot, one foot. Then you adjust yourself pow pow to make sure you shoot them in the second foot. Like, do you know how mad you have to be at somebody to do that? That's ridiculous.
Yes.
Yo, Tory got that straight. What is it? Napoleon syndrome? Is it Napoleon syndrome? Where you're too short? What it's called. Yeah, like you too short.
He knew he couldn't beat her, so he had to shoot her, and it's sad. And I know you're gonna go into Drea.
Oh,
the comments that she mentioned glorifying domestic violence.
So I think Drea is just damaged.
Yeah,
like for her to just Drea is damaged. So her comments were, paraphrasing, well, I want a man to love me like that. I want him to love me so much that I'm like, yo, I need to get out the car. No, you gonna stay in the car and he jack me up or he shoot me. Baby, that's not love.
No,
that's not love.
Very toxic.
That is so toxic. And the fact that she thinks that that's okay, you know, I believe it. I believe she believes that.
Mm-hmm.
I really do, just because. And it bothers me because I've kind of, you know, I'm a reality TV show junkie. I've watched Basketball Wives, Real Housewives, Love and Hip Hop. I don't watch the Kardashians because I just don't. But anyway, so I watched all of these shows, and I have watched Drea kind of what I thought grow up from this hood rat groupie type of situation that she had, and to hear her then come out and for her to have such a huge platform.
Yeah.
A lot of little girls, a lot of women follow you. Mm-hmm. And for you to say something like that and put that out there, do you know how damaging that could be?
And maybe I don't think she realized that people were going to take it that seriously. But I heard that whoever hosts that podcast,
he tried to stop her.
Drea is about to go viral.
He tried to stop her. Like, boo, I get what you're trying to
damage
do.
Your whole reputation.
She was trying to be comedic. She was trying to whatever.
I want that Bobby and Whitney love.
Girl,
no,
that's a meme. That ain't the real life.
You have to use your platform responsibly, Drea. She lost her endorsement with Fenty.
You know,
that's a lot of coin to miss out on because of a statement you made.
That is a whole coin to miss out on, honey. And you know, of all people, Miss Rihanna ain't having nothing to do with no domestic violence.
And Rihanna gave Meg Thee Stallion a a basket with a little note card in it or something.
Beyonce sent her something. Lizzo sent her something.
Nice.
It's just, what really bothered me was the grown men that were joking about this. Yeah. Now, I know that 50 Cent is known to be a troll.
Oh, God. He's a mess.
But what's even going... So his comeback afterwards was that he said he thought it was a joke. He didn't think that it had really happened.
I think at this point we can't take 50 Cent seriously, and we just need to ignore him. Like, just eliminate anything that he say. We just need to just not pay him any attention, because he feeds off of that.
Oh, girl, yeah.
He feeds off of that.
He's a social media whore.
Yes. So no.
Like, this is how he makes his coin. Some Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, whatever he posts, everybody goes to it and they're laughing and liking and whatever I don't have a Twitter page, so whatever you do with Twitter, all of that happens, and then he blows up again. And that goes back to the thing that we as black women talk to black men about. Like, we need y'all to support us. We need y'all to protect us. Yes. So you got a black man shooting a black woman in the feet, and then you got a black man making a joke about it. But then you got sound right when you say it out loud. You have the black sisters. Shot her in the feet. Is it feet? Feet. But he shot her in both of them. So in the feet. That don't sound right. He shot her in the feet. In the feet. In both of her feet. Yes. He shot her in both of her feet. Okay, yes. There we go. Yes. But I'm glad that the black sisters in the industry rallied around her and supported her. Except for Drea. Yeah, except for her. The ones that actually have a real influence in the industry. And I wonder, just to get just to give Drea just a little bit. I don't think she was trying to be malicious. She was trying to be funny. She was trying to be funny. She was trying to, make her podcast interview a little bit more interesting. And it just did not come off well. I almost hate it for her because, like I said, I've watched her, grow up over the years on this show and kind of become the woman that she is. And you think that she's turning over a new leaf, and now that's completely obliterated because, like you said, now she's completely canceled. Yeah. If Rihanna cancels you, ooh, you cancel, girl. Ain't no coming back. Yeah, that's like Beyonce canceling you. Ooh, Lord. Speaking of Beyonce, don't be mad at me because I know I told you to make sure you watch it. I did not watch Black is King. Okay, so you got to come over my house and watch it because I watched it because my sister has Disney Plus because she has kids. I have Disney Plus. I realized that I have Disney Plus. I got it somehow through my cell phone. I don't know, but I do have it. Why not? Why haven't you watched it? I don't even have a legitimate excuse. It's so amazing. I've seen clips though. The clips look just, I can't, like, breathtaking. I can't even. Why don't you want to watch it? I don't not want to watch it. I don't know. So what is it? It's a extra long video? Like a music video? It's like an extended music video, and it's similar to the storyline of The Lion King. And I absolutely love the art. No, she texted me and was like, you got to come over here and watch it. Yes, because I was so inspired by it and just the empowerment of black people and the African culture. Like, I loved every second of it. And some people said that they weren't a fan of how she portrayed or depicted the African culture. People, again, this goes back to what we were just talking about. People are always going to find something negative to say. So she uplifted the African culture, and then you're finding some kind of negativity in it. Why? Why can't we just praise the woman for being a good entertainer? Absolutely. And uplifting the culture? Absolutely. Why can't we just be happy for her? Why wasn't Michelle in none of it? We talked about that briefly the other day. I'm just saying. She had... Okay, so in the Brown Skin Girls video... Well, let me ask you. Was she in any of it? I'm not... Because I don't know. I didn't watch... So she wasn't featured on any songs. How long was the it was like an hour and... So in an hour? An hour and a half? Between an hour and a half. In an hour and a half, she couldn't find no spot for Michelle? She was scared that Michelle was going to fall. Solange wasn't in it. Her own sister, so... Well, Solange be in everything. I don't... So if her own sister's not in it, then why would you expect Michelle to be in it? No, Kelly was in it. Yeah, Kelly definitely was in it. But why, if her sister's not in it, we expect Michelle to... Why does everybody have to be a part of it? Why does she have to bring everybody from her past into this new project? Well, that's not her past. They still claim to be friends. But why does everybody have to be a part of her project?
She had her mom and her best friend and her husband and her kids.
True. Okay, I can see
That's
that.
not enough. Like, why we gotta keep criticizing Beyonce?
I just be feeling bad.
Let her be great.
I just be feeling bad for Michelle because I feel like she get left out of a lot of stuff. Like she the last person to get picked on a kickball team.
Maybe she couldn't make it to Africa.
Oh, it was in Africa?
Yeah, a lot of the video was shot in Africa.
I really need to watch it.
Maybe she just couldn't make it.
You think she couldn't like get her passport?
I don't know.
I'm gonna watch it. I am going to watch
Please
it
watch
because
it.
I am a Beyonce stan. Like I don't even know why I haven't watched it. I'm so I'll be so
That's
late.
why you should have came to the last concert we invited you to.
Don't do me. I will be at the next one. It's funny. I saw a clip that somebody had posted a couple weeks ago of that concert, and I was like, "Damn,
it was amazing."
Damn.
But please watch Black
I'm gonna
is
watch
King.
it. I'm going.
And that brown skin
watch
girl
it.
video. When I say I got emotional and I
know you be singing it. Is that the one? What's the song you were singing?
Don't take my power.
Don't take
my power.
My power.
Because I can't stop thinking about the videos and the choreography and the art.
You're such
and
a
the costumes.
sap. Oh my god.
It was amazing. And just to see her uplift brown skin, being a brown skin woman and seeing her uplift us. Oh, it felt so special to me. And I watched Black is King twice.
Oh my god.
Twice.
Oh, it's like that?
Yes. And I'm going to watch it again because you have to watch it multiple times to catch everything.
But it's funny. Another one of our homegirls said the same thing, that she had watched it. And she was like, Sam, did you watch? I was like, no, not yet. She was like, I'm not even sure if I see the hype. I was like, girl, don't let the Beehive let you hear that now, because who, child?
You tell me who said that.
I'm not telling you. I would.
When we log off.
I am not telling you who said
so I can go to her.
But you know what I am excited about?
What?
I am excited about the fact that Netflix is putting out. Oh my God! So what is it? It's Moesha, Sister, Half and Half,
101.
What was the one about the sister? The Parkers. The game. But the game was already on another one though. But what was the one? This the other sister. What was that shit called? The other half or something like that. Wait.
I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about. I can't remember.
Half and half. Half and half.
I am I have literally been waiting on this since probably streaming got big, because all of the other shows came on and I could not understand. Girlfriends, first of all, is my.
Can we do a girls' night and watch it?
Yes.
Like the first season together?
Girl,
like how we did
sit there and watch the whole entire series. Girlfriends is my. I'm actually scared to start watching it on Netflix because it'll just be playing on repeat. Over and over again. I'm so serious. And that in Moesha, and it's funny, again, saw another post today, and they were just kind of watching the first episode of Moesha. And if you remember, did you watch Moesha?
I watched a few episodes. It's a lot of those shows I watched, but I can't remember everything about them.
How old are you?
I'm 34.
I grew up on these shows.
I did too, but look,
no, you
I
didn't.
don't have a good memory. I don't have a good memory.
As she sits here with vodka in her glass.
I still don't have a good memory. I may not remember this podcast recording.
Touche. No, but so somebody was watching. They posted that they were watching the first episode of Moesha, and they pointed out they just did an RIP because 3 of the main characters,
that's right,
had passed away. So it's the person that played, and please don't take my black. Hakeem passed away. And Dale. What was his name?
I don't know who the third person is.
He was on the Steve Harvey show too. I can't remember. He played Romeo on the Steve Harvey show. I just can't remember what his name is.
That's right. I don't know what his name is.
So
Moesha.
all 3 of them, of course, were in the first episode. I think. Haji, that was his name on the show. Romeo Santiago.
Romeo Santana.
Santana.
That was his name on.
I think it's
Cedric, the Steve Harvey show.
I'm gonna challenge.
Or is that his real name?
I think that's his real name. We're gonna challenge this. Hold on. I'm pretty sure it's Santana. Moesha's boyfriend.
That's gonna come right up.
You know it is. Okay, I spelled it wrong. I think it's something Santana, and I think the first name starts with R. But yeah,
we don't know if that's his real name or his show name.
No, the last name is Santana. I'm not even gonna try. I don't know, but y'all know what I'm talking about. I brought that up to say that I just thought it was a really sweet post that they put up. That unfortunately we lost 3 and that was again such a great show for little girls growing up. I wanted to be Moesha. Like I've loved Brandy from her music, but when she started to play Moesha, then you could see somebody like you on the TV, and I grew up in Nashville, Tennessee. That wasn't
common.
That wasn't common. That's when Friends was out. Like I don't know none of them people.
Watch that.
I actually do watch Friends, but I didn't watch it as a kid. What?
I'm sorry, I just never watched Friends.
I love Friends, I do.
But I used to watch Mad About You.
I never watched that one.
I love
so
that
it's
show.
so funny the different shows that we watched, still enjoying the Black shows. But I'm super, super excited about that. Like I said, I'm terrified to sit down and start watching any of these shows because it'll be playing nonstop in my house on repeat from upstairs to downstairs, and it's just gonna be.
But we are gonna watch Girlfriends together, just like
so we're gonna have a girlfriend's night. That's gonna be you and Cook.
Sure.
That did not seem convincing at all.
Yes, I'll cook.
All right, so next thing that I have been waiting to spill the tea with you about, girl.
What?
Is Loon's fine ass. Fine ass.
He's still fine.
No, girl, he is more fine. Most finest.
No, he's not as fine as he was when
girl,
he was
bye.
winning that video, I Need a Girl.
Girl, bye, honey. He got that good gel swole on him. And he got that good beard, the great.
He got that Muslim beard.
Woo, child. So did you even know he was in jail?
No.
Like for 9 years.
I thought he was like every bad boy artist who just fall off the face of the earth.
No, he's like every bad boy artist that ends up in jail.
Who else in jail? Well, Shine.
Well, Shine went to jail.
Who else?
Did Jada go to jail for a minute? Jada Kiss? I feel like Jada. Oh, I'm sure all of them went to jail at one point.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Thank you, girl. Allegedly, most of them probably went to jail. But the connotation is, why is it that when you get on Bad Boy,
your life go downhill?
You end up in the pen.
Well, Mace, he became a pastor. That's one
well,
story.
Pastors are usually dirty, so I don't know if that's even.
We can say all we want to say about Bad Boy. All I know is when I was a child in middle school.
No. I'm not even gonna let her finish this because she's gonna talk about
Puff Daddy.
Oh Jesus.
And Mace, and when Loon came on the scene, you could not tell me that was not my boo.
Right.
He was.
I'm not gonna lie. I had to look. I had to look up what the song was. Like I knew the song, but I had to look up.
Was that the only song he had?
I don't even think that was his song. I think he was just featured on it.
So he didn't have his own song?
Well, you the Bad Boy enthusiast. You
but
tell me.
I just remember him on I Need a Girl. That's it. The remix and the regular song.
I should have.
However, Loon, we remembered you. You were never forgotten.
Never
forgotten. You always.
We are so happy that you're home. I think it was pretty awesome. They released him because due to COVID, and he has some health concerns as well. But a lot of celebrities, sent letters to the government on his behalf.
Okay.
And from what I understand, there was also like a particular, prisoner in jail that he had gotten close to, and they'd gotten fond of each other. And he actually kind of got that whole thing started because he's kind of locked up for quite a bit of time. And, most of the time when those guys go in, they get really into the law because they're, of course, trying to get themselves out. So he was actually very instrumental in getting Loon out.
I think that's amazing. 9 years? He did 9 years.
And I think he was supposed to do, I took a note.
14 years?
Yeah. 14 years for
I think that's enough time
a non-violent drug conspiracy charge. So I think, from what I understand, he had a very small role in whatever had happened. And I don't know the whole story. I'm not even going to try to delve into that. But it was a very small role. And
yeah. And I saw a post on Instagram when they posted the picture of Loon with him and his beard. And I saw Diddy put a comment, "Hit me up, Loon." So you think that he's going to make new music, or?
Well, he's Muslim now, and I think that probably his focus is completely different than what it was when he went in. I mean, the man went in for a drug conspiracy charge 9 years ago. I mean, he probably will still rap. I mean, especially if he has the connections.
Yeah, because I would love to hear more from him. Like,
you don't even remember what song you did besides "I Need a Girl."
I Need a Girl. I think that was.
You want to hear? I want to hear another "I Need a Girl." There's already a remix. You want the remix to the 2020 remix?
He was on the regular version in the remix, right? We don't know. I think so. However, I am a huge Bad Boy fan, and I would love to see Loon rap again.
I went to the Bad Boy. You knew when they did the Bad Boy reunion?
You went to the concert?
I did.
I'm so jealous.
It was so lit.
I bought a ticket, but I was in college at the time.
So you didn't... No, this was like...
A couple years ago, yes.
Oh, shit.
I was in school, and my professor told me that if I missed this class, it was a chance that I would fail because it was one of those condensed classes. So I ended up selling my ticket to someone else.
You bought the tickets to the one here?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was just a couple years ago.
It was amazing.
Yeah.
I will say this. Diddy knows how to put on a show.
Diddy, I love you.
I'm going to let that just go.
I love you.
However y'all want it to go.
What? Diddy is one of those entertainers who always entertain you. He's always going to be Diddy, regardless of how old he gets. You don't agree?
Well, no, I'm not a Diddy stan like a lot of people. I appreciate what he's done. As far as his career, it is very lengthy, and he has done quite a bit. Because I feel like the folks gonna come after me, whatever. I feel like Diddy exploits a lot of the artists and entertainers that come under his wing.
Okay, Drea.
My opinion, strictly my opinion. And you know what? If you got it like that, a lot of people as entertainers are willing to do certain things to make it.
But look, they signed a contract, and if you sign a contract, it's...
The contract don't say that you got to do certain stuff.
I think the issue with a lot of bad boy artists is they don't think they get paid enough. And I think that was the issue with Mace. And he wanted to get paid more. He wanted royalties or something. And that wasn't the contract that he signed. And that's what Diddy told him. That's not what you signed. Go to the lawyer. This is a business.
Girl, you better stand for Diddy.
Not saying that everything that he did was right. Because we have to look out for each other. But at the end of the day, it is a business.
I agree with that.
And it's up to the artist to get a lawyer and figure that out.
That's why I said I understand the business. So I get that sometimes that just is what it is. But it's still a little iffy.
Yeah, I feel you.
Still a little iffy.
Feel you on that.
What about the kids going back to school? Did you see the picture on Instagram of the kids? And I think it was a Georgia school. And they were just, when you get out of the classroom, everybody's just kind of...
in the hallway, cluttered, going to the next class. Some had on masks.
You could count out maybe 6 masks and all of this. And see, that's the problem that I have with them having these kids go back to school. With no supervision 24/7.
Right.
Even the high school students are not going to wear their masks all day long. So the children definitely...
The teachers... Before the children leave the classroom, say you need to have on your mask, and there's people in the hallway monitoring whether or not the kids wear the mask.
There's probably not enough budget staff. Like there's staff for that.
They gotta regulate it better than
First of all, I am with everything that I've seen on social media. If it is not safe for us to be able to walk into the the polling offices and make our votes there. Why is it safe for our children?
But you can, though.
No, they're trying to do the mail-in votes.
You can do the mail-in votes, but you can still walk into a poll.
But they're trying to make it just that. So my point is, why is it safe for our children to go back to school?
It's not.
Like, this makes no sense to me. It's literally going to take 10 minutes as a matter of fact, there was a school. They let everybody go back to school because school, of course, started within this past week. And They closed it a couple hours later because it come to find out one of the kids tested positive.
Wow. You're actually informing me because I didn't even know the kids were back in school.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I didn't even know school was supposed to be back in session.
So all the districts and counties, of course, are different. But yes, some of the schools are back in school right now. Some of them will go back later in the year because they're saying they want to give the parents time to acclimate to this whole new thing that we're doing, which I feel for these parents.
That's the thing. So if you're a single parent and you don't have anybody to watch your child, do you feel bad for sending them back to school? Like it's a catch-22.
It's a catch-22. What are you supposed to do? You have to go to work so that you can provide for your child. Most of these children can't stay home by themselves because they're, most of them are not teenagers. We're not talking about teenagers in this. Of course, we're talking about the 8, 9, 10-year-olds that can't stay home by themselves. You have to go to work. You can't. Most families can't really afford to have a nanny come and sit with them 8, 9 hours of the day. Like, this is just a whole nother world. Like, I keep thinking, what would happen if this was us back, when we were in school in the early 90s?
Child, my mom would have sent me to school.
They'd have had to. One, because there was no virtual back then. Like,
we would have just been thugging it out in the classroom.
I didn't even know what a laptop was until I was probably in college. So definitely not, it's
a hard choice for parents.
This is a whole
feel
new
for
world.
You.
We do.
If you got to make that choice between sending your child to school and going to work, that's a hard choice. And we don't understand because we don't have children, but I'm sorry if you have to make that choice. I really am. Just be safe. Hopefully the kids will not exchange masks.
And see, that's another thing.
The elementary
children. What about the little babies when,
the cute little mask?
Right. This is how kids get all excited. They're like, oh my God, he has the Wolverine mask. Oh my God, he's got the Spider-Man mask. Can we switch? Like,
your child come home with a whole different mask.
Okay. Like,
COVID-19 already.
You got COVID-19, 20, 21, 22. Like, again, this is our new way of life. And I hope that y'all's president, because that ain't my president. That y'all's president. No, he's not my president. I will never, ever claim, ever. I hope that he comes up with something. Well, I guess he ain't. Hopefully, fingers crossed, he ain't gonna be here for too much longer. But
I don't think he is. I think this is last year. But we don't know. We'll see.
I didn't think he was gonna make it to here. So
we thought it was gonna be a joke. He's never gonna win.
No, I really thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
Up until I will never forget. I actually went to sleep the night of the election. Like, everything's cool. I'm gonna wake up and.
Child, you wake up.
Child, I almost called out of work that day.
As the president.
When I woke up that morning and looked at my phone, I almost called out that day. I can't come to work today.
I think the whole world was depressed, or part of the world was depressed.
I think the whole world's probably depressed now.
Oh, absolutely.
Y'all mad now? What are we talking about today? What's our main topic today?
Something with relationships and the drama and relationships, and if you should be friends with your ex. Oh, it's about to get juicy.
So, our first point is discussing your previous relationship with your current partner.
I really think it depends on the person that you're with, because I've had this situation with 2 different people and it turned out 2 different ways. So with my ex-fiance, I told him things about my previous relationships, and this dude was just Rolodexing everything in his mind. Okay, I'm gonna remember. You said that.
What about on February 22nd when you said
he did what? Okay, he was literally holding on to everything I told him, and then when we would get into an argument, he was spitting it out. Spitting it out.
And see, that's why I brought up this topic, mainly for, honestly, I'm sorry guys, it was mainly for y'all, because I feel like, unfortunately, you guys don't know how to handle.
Y'all sure don't.
You don't know how to handle when your woman has been with somebody else besides you. So you ask these questions that you really don't want the answers to, but you want us to be truthful.
Right.
So when we're truthful, then, like she said, you Rolodex in that shit so that you could bring that shit out 2 years later and be like, well, so I again, I will never claim to be a relationship expert. We know that. The one time that I discussed a previous relationship with a current partner, it went to hell. He asked me a question, which I'm not going to say right now. No, actually, I'm going to say it. I said I'd be open. And this was when I was in college, so I definitely didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Spill it.
Girl. I can't even get it out. It's so horrible. He asked me, was he the biggest I ever had?
Why did they ask that?
Why do you want to know? First of all, why do you want to know about somebody else sleeping
just
with
dumb.
me?
You want to ask a question like that?
I would never come to you and be like, babe, is her deeper than mine? Like, what? How would we even say that?
I'm telling you, it's men and their egos.
Girl. So I made the mistake of not lying. And telling the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. When I say he lost it.
Of course he did.
But he wasn't. But I wasn't saying that he was bad at sex. I was just answering the question that he was asking me. So from that moment on, don't ask me about a previous relationship, because I'm not going to tell you, because girl, it was like, you would have thought I said I burned down a village. You would have thought I said I ran over a kid in my past life. Like, he just lost it.
Because that's how men do.
And again, I was in college. I didn't know. Ask me a question, I'm going to tell you.
He couldn't handle it.
Never again.
It really depends. I think that was in college. So I don't know how old the dude was who asked you that.
Like 20, probably 23.
That's still young. He hasn't really become confident within himself and secure.
Don't ask me now. That scarred me for life. Girl will never. Oh my God.
So the guy that I'm dating now, he asked about someone that was in my past before him. And he wanted to know the depth of our relationship. And I told him. And when I say he was in his feelings about it, he was in his feelings. But here's the maturity. This is when you know you're dealing with a real man. He processed his feelings and realized, okay, this wasn't with me. This was before me. Let me just get over my feelings and move on.
So my question is, why even ask the question? I don't want to know. Do you ask the question?
I want to know.
You nosy. Because
I'm nosy.
You nosy.
I want to know.
I don't who you was with
before.
Because here's what happens when I know. I'm like a dude. I'm going to process that every time I get upset with you, I would be like, but what about when you said she did that?
You just like a dude.
I am. So that's why I've told y'all, if I don't think I'm going to like the answer, I don't ask. This is why I do not dig through my partner's phone.
Yeah, that shouldn't happen.
I don't do that because I know that I'm always going to find something that I don't like.
Right.
And it might not be anything. So that is why I don't ask those questions. Now, if there's something serious that I need to know, absolutely tell me. I don't want to know how she wrote it. I don't want to know how she twerked it. I don't want to know what her favorite meal to cook for you was, because I'm definitely not cooking it. I might order it for you, but I'm not cooking it for you. I don't need to know none of that. Just period.
I agree with you.
Like it's just
those details. Like
it becomes too convoluted. Yeah, it becomes too convoluted, and we just start.
No, but the specifics of the relationship and what happened and why y'all broke up, I want to know. And I'm gonna sit here like,
I guess for me, as long as y'all didn't break up because you beat on her or you ran her over. That's the part.
You still need to know what happened.
Why?
Because I feel like you need to know what happened so that you can identify red flags in your relationship with this person so that it won't happen again, because people carry baggage in relationships.
Oh, absolutely. I completely agree with that.
And then it helps you to understand certain things that happen in your relationship with this person. So the person that I'm dating now, okay, I can understand why you move a certain way because of how what you dealt with before. And you can grow from that and heal from that. And I can recognize that and say, okay, well, that he's doing that because of this. And then I can bring it to your attention. Do you think that you're acting this way because of this situation that happened in your past or your previous relationship?
Or I can just ask you, why the you acting like this? What is your problem? Let's talk about it. I don't want to know why you did it before. Why the are you doing it now?
I just think that if you're in a relationship with somebody and it's serious, y'all should be able to discuss whatever.
Okay, so I got a question for you. Have you ever been friends with an ex?
No.
Never?
I don't want to be friends with them.
Why? Even if it ended well?
Okay. I'm associates with some of them.
Okay.
But friends, when you say friend, I'm thinking of someone who I can confide in, someone who I call on a regular, and we discuss things that's happening in our life.
So what's the associates part then?
If I see you, hey, how you doing? God bless you.
So you're not mad at them?
No. And then if we somehow are in the same environment, it's no hard feelings. But a friend? Like, I'm going to call this person?
With an ex?
No. I can answer that for you.
Let me think. So I guess friends. So you said friends is only somebody you confide in, you talk to.
Like we're friends. So that's any of your exes.
That's different, of course. Like, we're not talking about us. We're talking about the male and female counterparts.
It's a person who you're going to communicate with often. Checking on them. How you doing? What's going on? Let's hang out.
Well, I don't have exes that say let's hang out per se, but I do have exes that still check on me.
That's not a friend.
Well, you said that. You said they say, "Hey, how you doing?"
But you're not their friend. They still consider you a friend.
Detailed.
Are you checking on them?
She
don't want to incriminate herself.
No. No, I do. I reach out. But I'm bad with that. I'm so bad with the whole phone and text thing. Like, I'll see a message and I promise y'all, I so mean to answer that text. In my head, I'm like, okay, I'm even thinking about what I'm going to text back to you. And then it'll go 2 days and I'm like,
terrible.
I'm so bad with that. So it's
horrible friend. She don't do that to me though.
That's because you be blowing me up. I don't have to
not respond to my text message in a timely manner. I'll be over here.
But no, also even like just I think it's because one, most of my career is involved with me having to be, face to face with somebody, on the phone with somebody. When I'm not doing that, so look, don't call me. Don't pick up the phone and call me. We're not going to have a conversation. Don't FaceTime me without me knowing. That is my biggest pet peeve. Don't FaceTime me out the blue. I think that's so rude. I think that's like showing up at somebody's house without calling.
I feel like it depends on who it is. Because if it's somebody she knows, then she's okay with it. But if it's just a guy...
Well, I'm just saying, you don't know if I'm sitting on the toilet or...
I FaceTime you all the time.
Right, that's different. I don't care if you see me sitting on the toilet.
So, okay, only a certain group of people can FaceTime you.
Out of the blue, yes.
Okay.
You don't think it's rude to FaceTime somebody? I think that's like showing up at somebody's house without.
Yeah, it's only a select few people who I accept FaceTime.
And that's a big part.
Unless you tell me.
I got a FaceTime list. You're not on this list. You can't FaceTime. I just think it's so.
Everybody can't see you any kind of way.
Right, and that's the thing. FaceTime is so. It's literally like a phone call, and it's so you can't plan for it. That's. Chicks really be like getting ready for FaceTime calls. I have met a girl that would set times for FaceTime calls. This was old friend when FaceTime first came out. She would set times for the FaceTime call. She would beat her face to the gods. She would make sure her hair was laid, fried, dyed to the side, child. Her clothes was matching, everything together. So that at 7:10, when that Negro called, oh girl, she was angles.
That's doing too much.
That's doing way too much.
Because that's not how you look all the time.
Exactly. I don't understand it. I think FaceTime is the devil, honestly. I'm not sure they should have come up with FaceTime.
At this point, I don't care. Like, if you FaceTime me, you're going to see how I look. I might have my scarf on, my glasses, a tank top. This is how I look. Because I feel like I'm naturally beautiful anyway.
Again, you FaceTime me out the blue. You don't know what you going to catch, okay? Because I don't wake up like this. It take a minute to get here.
But most times I FaceTime you, you look beautiful.
Aw, Pumpkin.
You're naturally beautiful.
Aww.
So sometimes I catch her.
So
she be like,
"This is my biggest cheerleader." I mean,
but most times she looks beautiful.
Wait, you said sometimes you catch me? Yeah, I caught that just a second ago.
Sometimes you be like, ugh. But I would say 90% of the time, you look good.
Well, thank you, girl. You do too.
Thank you.
But wait, this is all off the topic. We were talking about exes being friends. How do we get on FaceTime calls? Lord, this is how Sistas Sauvignon go, child. And we're not even drunk. We didn't even drink that much tonight.
I'm not drunk.
I'm very proud of us.
Like we alcoholics.
We did that. Look at my glass compared to yours, though.
I think yours is mostly
Juice, yes.
I don't like all that juice.
What is the non-calorie?
It doesn't matter.
Okay,
I don't want it.
I'm gonna take a sip.
I don't want to consume all that liquid.
That's true.
But back to the saying,
exes friends. Yes.
I don't want to be friends with my exes. I don't like y'all.
Well, I don't. Let's see.
I'm sorry. Can I retract that?
No.
I don't dislike y'all. It's just y'all don't serve the same purpose in my life. So it's
That's a good way to say that.
Reason for us to be friends. If I see you, I will speak to you. I wish you the best. I really do. I don't wish no harm on anybody in my life. So all my exes, I hope you find love. Aww. I hope your careers are great. I hope your life is great. But there's no reason for me to keep checking on you.
I agree. And I think, you know what? And I think holding on to certain exes really can mess up things. One, in your future relationships, and one just in your life. Like, it just...
Let's talk about soul ties.
I don't want to talk about soul ties.
Because that's what that is. If you're remaining friends with your ex, it's like there are soul ties. Like they're constantly pulling you.
So what is a soul tie? I feel like I should let's Google soul ties. Hold on. Okay. And see what Wikipedia says. Why is it still in my phone? Moesha's boyfriend. Soul ties. Okay. A soul tie is a phrase which some people use to refer to a spiritual connection between two people. In many cases, it is said to come into existence after two people have been physically intimate. In others, it is said to form after an intensely close spiritual or emotional relationship.
I agree with both. It could be a demonic connection too.
Good God.
Because all soul ties are not good for you.
Hello. Speak on it.
So you don't want to let people who are negative and who just you can just tell their spirit is negative and it's not going to bring you anything positive in your life. You don't want that spirit attached to you, but it can easily get attached to you.
And I was about to say, you know what it is? It's us as women. We don't know how to let go of soul ties easily.
Ooh, girl, you right.
We will hold on to that mother like a pit bull,
and we know it ain't good.
And we know it's not good for us. We wake up every morning, look at it in the face. It's a red X on that mother every time. Right, lights flashing, sounds, everything, and we still trying to get around that light and get around that X and figure out how to make it work. Why do we do that? Right, God done hit us in the head with a hammer 12 times, and we got to get to that 14th before we realize, oh, he was right. We should not have been here. Why do we do that to ourselves?
Because we want it to work. We want it to work. So we're going to try to convince ourselves that they're going to change. They're going to be better. that's just from personal experience.
No. I agree. I mean, we've all done it. I mean,
but at some point we gotta let it go.
Let it go.
We gotta let go of that negativity.
Like Frozen.
And not everybody is for you. And I think when we realize that as individuals, not every person that we connect with is meant to be out forever. Some people are meant to teach us a lesson. Some people are meant.
What is
just
it? For a
season.
A season.
You're
Yes,
here for a
child.
season.
A season.
You're here for a season. You're here to teach me this, that, and then you got to move on. But sometimes we just have a hard time letting that go.
How do you disintegrate? And I'm saying disintegrate like you got to let it fall all apart, burn it.
You have taught me how to do that numerous
Did
times.
I teach you how to do that, girl?
Seneca is the queen of block them, delete them from Instagram, delete all the pictures.
Only because as women, I know that if we leave that door cracked just a little bit, that person can slither on in
like a snake.
And somehow he gonna say the right thing, or he gonna bring the right food, or he gonna bring the right alcoholic beverage or something. And you gonna be like, oh my God, he's so sweet. I can't believe he thought about me. Girl, he wasn't thinking about you. He's thinking about himself. Yes.
Who you reading?
I'm not reading nobody, honey, but a hit dog holler.
I ain't hollering.
And so that goes to what I was talking about earlier. I don't know if we were talking about it on film, but how those soul ties, or how those being friends with your ex can ruin your future relationships.
And like I said, that's one thing you taught me. You just got to let it go.
You
just got to
child.
let it go. You can't leave the door open, because once you already have that connection with the person, any little thing they do can just, like you said, open the door wide open.
And see, what we do is, unfortunately, as women, especially older women,
mid 30s,
right? But I mean, at the end of the day, we're older probably than most of the people that are listening. But I say that to say, unfortunately, we get lonely.
Yes.
And if we know that there's something comfortable out there that we can reach out to, all we got to do is pick up the phone. What's the first thing we're gonna do? Even if we know it's not good for us, even if we know it's a terrible situation, it's hard out here for a pimp. It is hard out here for a pimp. So,
but like you just said, it could affect your future relationships. So, at a certain point in your life, you have to just say, I have to let this go, because I could be affecting whoever my future husband is. I'm spending time with this man who I know ain't for me. He taking up all my time
because it's convenient.
Yes. And I could be out fulfilling my purpose, becoming
preach,
deepening my relationship with God, working on myself, beauty, brains, and
I hope y'all catching all this, honey.
Beauty, brains, and what's the other B? Beauty, brains, and brand. Beauty, brains. I could be working on beauty, brains, and my brand.
Hello.
However, I'm tied up with this person who is not bringing anything into my life
but drama, confusion,
amen,
convulsions,
amen,
toxicity.
So that's why it's important to let go of those soul ties, because you don't know what God has in store for you. And thank God I was able to let go of some soul ties.
Absolutely, me too.
Just say, okay, God, whatever you got for me, I'm
and it
ready
was difficult.
for it.
It was very difficult,
especially if you had them for years.
Who Jesus? Who Jesus? Who Jesus?
I'm pointing to her.
You know what? She said we was gonna spill tea today, but I just didn't know she was talking about. What about drama in relationships? Like, I feel like that is the thing now.
Ooh,
that people are addicted to drama in relationships. You know me, I'm not finna fight and yell and scream and holler, run you over in your car, try to stop you from getting. I'm not finna do all that. Why is that like the thing now?
It all goes back to your childhood.
Oh,
and what you're used to seeing. When you grow up in a dysfunctional household,
you think that that's all you're supposed to have normal. Is dysfunctionality.
You grow up in a single parent household, you see your mom with multiple men, or you see your parents not resolving issues and are fighting. They may be stonewalling, or just they go weeks without talking to each other. Yes. Or the mother is constantly yelling at the dad. The dad is abusive emotionally. That stuff becomes normal to people.
I think for me personally, it affected me in a different way because I saw certain things growing up. I didn't want to deal with that. Getting older, I didn't want to have that, like you said, that confusion, that yelling, that screaming. I didn't want to have that in my relationship because one, I never saw it having a positive ending.
Right.
Every time I saw this yelling, screaming, hollering, let's run each over in our cars, it just led to more of that.
More drama,
more toxicity, more angriness, and it's spilling now over into the family. So I've made it, I think for me, I don't like it. Like, okay, babe, let's calm down. Let's calm down. We're both angry. We're both turned up. Let's try to have a conversation. And it doesn't always work, by no means, but let's try to have a conversation once we've both taken our, separate little areas, breathe a little bit, maybe took a shot, whatever your smoke something, whatever your vibe is. Let's then come together and then try to have a conversation. Because again, from what I saw, it just causes more anger. Like, you just get angry and it just, you get all up in your chest and and then you just want to, then that's how we start. Did you see the video of the girl who tried to set the car on fire and it blew up on her?
Oh my goodness. Toxic.
That's how you get to that.
Toxic.
So for that reason, I was just like, I don't want to do it.
And it's two sides to that coin. It's going to
be absolutely.
It's going to be people. No, it's going to be people who actually, when they see that stuff growing up, they say, I don't want to be this way.
Yep.
With poverty, just relationship issues, they're like, okay, I'm not going to be like how I grew up. And then there's some people who fall victim to it. They don't know no other way, and you, thank God, we're not.
I had to. It would have. Oh God. I think had I taken the path that some of my family members had taken, I wouldn't be here today.
Girl, me too.
I would not be here today.
Me too.
It would have been bad. And so I'm just thankful that, and back then it was, and I say back then, not that it was a long time ago, but that was kind of the norm. You yelled, you argued, you screamed, and then you came home and y'all just figured that shit out. Like, that's not normal. It's not normal, and it's not comfortable for everybody in the house. It's not comfortable for the and then again, all of that, especially if you have children, that's coming down on us, or not us, but coming down on the children, on the kids.
And can you imagine if the kids are like, what if that's not even their dad, and they're seeing their mom being treated in this way, like the emotional trauma that's going to have on the children, seeing their mom treated this way by multiple men.
It's awful. I feel for Black families every single day because we got it so rough. And we had to learn damn near on a curve. We just had to grow up and figure the shit out for ourselves.
But that's why we got to work even harder. Like, I am determined. Any relationship that I have, I am going to, when I see red flags within myself,
yes,
I am going to correct them. I am going to not yell. I'm not going to try to be passive aggressive. I'm not going to try to stonewall. I'm not going to try to gaslight. I'm going to try to be a mature adult and handle my problems in an adult way so that I can have a healthy relationship. And I'm going to choose somebody who's going to do the same thing. And it's like, how many chances do you give a person who have demonstrated to you that they are not healthy?
That's the $1 million question. How long do you do it? I mean, we talked about that briefly on our last episode, and I explained to you guys, for me, it's difficult to watch any relationship that I've seen gone through any sort of, craziness, and I don't understand the whole sticking by it,
because people don't want to let it go. I've invested this much time. I've given this. I have all of this entangled with this person.
Oh God! We were supposed to lay off of the entanglement word.
We are not laying that word to rest.
On the last episode that I posted, I promise y'all we're not gonna talk about is you are a liar. I said we were not gonna talk about entanglements no more.
Everything gets entangled. Your life gets entangled with this person, and it becomes harder to let go. I gave you that illustration with the paper, pulling it apart. You ripping pieces of each other, and it's hard to separate cleanly.
Well, I actually agree with what you're saying, but for me, I'd rather rip the relationship apart than keep ripping myself apart piece by piece.
Absolutely. I agree with you.
So I guess that's the part for me. Like if we keep doing this over and over and over again, that's the definition of insanity.
Absolutely.
Hello. Doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result. So if we keep doing the same thing over and over and again in a relationship, and you're like, well, if I stay here a little bit longer, then maybe, well, if I do this again today, then maybe, no, baby, this it's not going to change.
But how long do you deal with it before you
for 10 minutes?
It's like you have to give them a chance, people to change, because we all go through different seasons in our life and problems. So it's like, how long do you give your spouse? Sometimes it takes years before you get back to what it was.
37 years old. I ain't got years. You got years. You 22.
No, I don't. Yeah, I'm 22. I got plenty of years left.
All right, y'all. We got to shut it down. We've been talking for a while.
Yeah, she got me over here late, y'all.
I know, y'all. I don't know what time y'all watching this, but it's 10:30 at night right now as we're filming
on a school night.
On a school night, and I said I wasn't gonna have you out late. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
It's all good.
She just mad at me because she got to go to the gym in the morning. You know, she got to keep her body together and stuff.
Yes, I do.
She trying to be cute for the summertime, even though we in quarantine and we can't go nowhere.
I'm trying to be healthy.
She trying to be cute in a bathing suit.
I'm trying to be healthy, fit, and cute in a bathing suit.
Yo, but thank y'all so much for joining us. Again, if you're watching us on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe on our YouTube page. Head over to Instagram and follow us at SISTASANDSAUVIGNON Sistas and Sauvignon on Instagram. And then also go over to or if you're already listening to us on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, and Stitcher. Girl, we everywhere.
Famous.
Girl, we everywhere. I'm telling you, child, we everywhere.
Stitcher, I never heard of that.
Girl, that's a new one. I found out about that 2 days ago. Make sure you subscribe, to our podcast so you can catch all our past, present, and future episodes. And as always, my loves, until we pour again, good night.
Good night.